Hey guys, I just want to make a video about my recommendations on what minions to kind of spend time on upgrading and the reason behind it. The first time I played through this game with Wildo, I wish I would have known a few things that I didn't at the beginning, and then I did know when I played through with Joe Boo. And Joe Boo, I spent hardly any money on, and he's progressed way faster than Wildo based on just knowing to upgrade the correct things, using your resources to upgrade the correct things, and so on and so forth. The reason I'm right here is because these minions right here, the ones that you use in the spider event, are definitely my strongest recommendation of using your points to get leveled up. And the reason for that being is the rewards in the solo and the group events for the spider are the best, and they'll progress you the fastest in the game. It's important that you focus on getting these powerful for that reason. And you'll end up using a lot of these minions in different avenues. For example, like especially when you have Ascendants on the Magic Construct, you'll use him on the Battle Arena. You'll use him usually the Colossus, and sometimes capture the flag. But yeah, anyway, moral of the story is you will use them in other parts of the game as well. But it will definitely help you get in these upgraded in the spider event and to progress kind of to the end game as quick as possible. The reason Magic Construct is a key and super important one to work on is because as other minions get put on the field, he gets a huge health boost and a damage boost per minion put on. So in the spider event, where the mana regen's really quick, you can get things out very quick, and he gets a large and in charge and can really do a lot of damage to the spider. Additionally, as I kind of mentioned already, when you have the Ascendants on him, if you get that or if they offer it in a season, basically when you put him out, it reduces the mana cost of the next minion you put out by 2, which is huge. So that means if you can put a 6 mana minion out for the price of 4, right? So get the Amazons out there, get those other like higher mana minions out there quick when you have this guy ascended. A lot of seasons we have him. We don't have him this season, but there's a lot of times where this is mainly the focus that you're going to be going, or the reason you're going to choose a path is probably because of this minion. So, all right. So this guy, I request his cards all the time. As you can see, he's my only 13 minion, and the reason for that being is he does so much damage. He is squishy, but he does a lot of damage to the spider, and it's a super critical one to have. He also helps a lot in the Colossus event, as you saw from a previous video, and he's just a all-around good minion to have. And usually now they've actually, even in the Bronze week, which is the first week, they've added him to the Ascendant, so he has the speed, which is super helpful to get down the lane to the spider. So definitely strongly recommend him. I'm just going to continue to go with non-legendaries for now. So Anubis, why you want to work on Anubis is because not necessarily for the solo spider, but for the group, you have a lot more time. And if the spider doesn't use spitfires or lunges, you can get a zillion of these guys out, and then Bloodstalker and Soul Reach will definitely benefit a lot from him. So he's just a really powerful one to have over time, and that's why he's strongly recommended for the group events, and also in the battle arena he does great. So that's why he's a strong recommendation. All right, continuing on. So why I like this one, the Ascendants, honestly really doesn't matter to me because I don't care where they spawn. It's more that you get 15 of them out there quick for 7 mana. It really helps you boost Bloodstalker. It helps slow down the spiders, get the red spiders or the other spiders to get down to your portal. So it's just, and it also like makes it so there's 15 things to be picked up. So it's really crucial for the spider event. And I usually recommend having one of them just because they are kind of a higher mana card, right? 7's kind of high, and it's also the same reason I don't recommend getting the ones that are 9, because even with the Ascendants, it's just not worth it in my opinion. I think these are the better route. Okay, so this guy is a must. Fearless Leader increases the damage and the speed of any minion, and also he's pretty tanky. So when I get this guy for the spider, I usually, if I get him first, I throw him out first. One, because if the spider like spits acid balls, he can survive usually from them, and he can tank like 2 or 3 of them. And then also, whenever you put your next guy out, it will help them to get down the lane. And he does splash damage, so like for the spiders that multiply, he destroys them pretty quick. And he's just a really good minion, kind of a must-have for the spider event, which is why he's on this recommendation list. All right, so Trinity. Trinity, she's a little squishy, her health, but she does a lot of damage, and she can help you clear out the lanes as long as there's not pools and stuff like that for the spider event. So I just feel like she does a lot, and also there are some builds depending on the hero the hero that's in the event that can be helpful. You can throw Commander in there, and Commander can then take all the 3 Trinities to one lane. So she can then actually, just do direct damage to the spider. So she's kind of a unique minion, and when you get her ascended, she's absolutely awesome because when you kill one of them, they all don't die. So that's why I'd spend some time leveling her up. I guess in order though for legendaries, I would absolutely pick this guy right here, Bloodstalker, over all of them. If you got this guy, he's just super strong for a lot of reasons. One, he benefits from everything that's out on the field, and that's what you're usually trying to do when you're in a spider event. The mana regens so quick, you have a lot of guys out there, so he just gets a boost of mine because I have minion ability percentage increase. Mine, he's a 12 and he gets 708 every single guy that's on the field that's mine. So that's huge, and health. So he survives also against lunges, against spitballs, and it's just super crucial. And also like for like other events, I kind of showed in the Colossus and in the battle arenas. When people use Pixie, they use Pixie a lot of times as a strategy to make it so it stops the lane, and then, Pixie dies and that lane's basically freezed. And when she's ascended, nothing else can really bring them back to life other than this minion right here because he does damage to your guys as well. But, it will unlock the lane. It's definitely advantageous for you for when they use that. So Bloodstalker is just an all-around good. If you use spam decks in the arena, he's an absolute must. And he gets very powerful and can destroy the enemy's portal really quick. So he, in my opinion, for the spider event and just all around, is probably your most important minion. You'll see a significant damage increase when you get this guy. So work towards getting him as a priority. Soul Reach. All right, so Soul Leech is good, especially with Ascendance because she does splash damage. But like I usually don't use her in solo spider because you don't have time to really get enough guys out to get killed. So this last event I did use her, but most of the time I actually don't use her on solo. But she becomes very helpful in group events when you're not permafreezing. Obviously you would want to use her if you're permafreezing because she won't benefit because your guys aren't dying. But she grows huge. She does a lot of damage, and I just strongly recommend her for the group event as well as spam decks in the arena. And there's definitely other use cases for her. So, okay, and then I talked about Phase Assassin in another video. So, Phase Assassin is pretty cool, just because at the spider event, when there's like spider webs and pools and stuff, you can throw her in that lane and she will just walk through them and be fine. And also she does a pretty good amount of damage. I don't know if they're ever going to bring her back to the Ascendance tree, but when she is on there, she does double per hit, which makes her have this like one of the most powerful attacks. And it's actually I actually think that this minion is one of the I've only beaten the solo one time recently, and it literally, I had a video of it, and she at the very end just survives, and I was on the last level, I had no torches left, and she just beat him. So it was awesome. So maybe that's why I have an extra respect for this minion, but I think she's really helpful. And also in the arena, like she just she'll beat a Viper as long before he can hit her. So, and she's kind of annoying to play against. So I think she's just a really good minion. Okay, and then lastly, this guy right here. So Amazon, so it clears the lane. It spears through everything. So she, in my opinion, is like one of the strongest for the battle arena. She's super strong for the spider events, and she does a decent amount of damage. And she stays outside of her range is actually outside of the lunge, so she actually stays there, and can help you stay down by the spider, which is also helpful. So I would focus on these minions, and if you use any others in the events, I would definitely strongly focus on them. Another couple worthy mentions, and I don't have them in here, but Scourges do a crap ton of damage. So if they're not spitting or lunging, it's a must-have because one, it can boost your Bloodstalker and your Soul Reach. Two, they do a crap ton. That's like 2,118 per Scourge, and there's you can get up to 8 of them, which just adds up to be a bunch of damage. So that's why I recommend. This guy right here, Rune Cannon, also has his place, especially for those levels that you just you didn't beat it completely, but you only have a little bit of health left, and you don't want to waste a fire scroll to get rid of the eggs. You can sometimes get away with using a Rune Cannon, and I sometimes play Rune Cannon solo event, and in the battle arenas, he also has a place for some builds where to kind of waste user spell. He's only a 3 mana minion, so he's kind of cheap, and usually people will throw a spell on him, which can waste it essentially, which is why it's super helpful. So as far as that goes, though, because I'm stressing the importance of upgrading the minions because of the spider event, basically, those are the main ones that I'd strongly recommend doing. Alright, I'm sure I'll do a one on spells and stuff like that in an upcoming video, but I just hope this one helps you guys make decisions and help you get some more damage in Spider. Alright, have a great one, guys.